Hello and welcome to the second episode of Mudra TV. Well, first of all, thank you so very much for your overwhelming response to our first episode, Lawyer's Case Surely. Thank you so very much. All of you loved it, liked it, and enjoyed it. Thank you so very much. Well, as a young lawyer, when I get my first brief, my first case on the civil side, more often than not, I am confused as to which trial court I go to, which is the first court where I file my suit. Well, basically, I'm so very confused that I don't know what I don't know. Hey, relax. In this episode, you will not only learn the jurisdiction of trial courts on civil side, but also you will understand the application of the same. Okay, let's start. I remember that in civil procedure code, there is a complete chapter dedicated to this very question, the place of suing. Yes, let's find out. Here is Civil Procedure Code and I am reading out section 16. Well, it says that subject to the pecuniary or other limitations prescribed by any law, suits for any recovery of immovable property gosh, it's so very exasperating. It is so very much complex. Can we not keep it simple but still make it interesting? Well, yes, why not? Surely we can. And here is how. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay, let us discuss the jurisdiction of trial courts on civil side.
Jurisdiction of the trial court is its power to hear and decide a suit or dispute brought before it. In other words, it is the court of first instance competent to deal with the matter. Now, you will ask, what is the court of first instance? Well, the court of first instance is the court which has the authority to hear your dispute for the first time. Please note, there are three categories of jurisdiction: territorial, pecuniary, and subject matter jurisdiction. The first one is territorial jurisdiction. As the word implies, it is the court which can decide upon matters within the territory or area where the cause of action arose. Let us take an example related to a suit for partition of an immovable property. If the immovable property of which partition is sought for is situated at Delhi, can this suit be filed in Mumbai court? The answer is no. Irrespective of where the litigating parties are located, may it be Mumbai, Delhi or Calcutta, or for that matter anywhere in India, the suit shall be filed in the courts at Delhi only. This is the territorial jurisdiction relating to where the immovable property is situated. Let us discuss the place of suing where a suit needs to be filed for compensation for wrong done to a person or to a movable property. For example, Amitabh, residing in Delhi, publishes in Calcutta statements defamatory of Mr. Bachchan. Mr. Bachchan may sue Amitabh either in Calcutta or in Delhi. One more example. Let's say Amitabh, residing in Delhi, bids Mr. Bachchan in Calcutta. Mr. Bachchan may sue Amitabh either in Calcutta or in Delhi. Let us move on to the next type of jurisdiction, that is pecuniary jurisdiction. Pecuniary jurisdiction is whether the court can hear a suit of the monetary value, the claim of the plaintiff in question. For example, if Amitabh wants to sue Mr. Bachchan for a sum of rupees more than 5 lakhs in any city of Maharashtra other than Mumbai or Bombay, for example, Pune, Nasik, Sangli, Kolhapur, or as the case may be,
Then since the amount of claim for which Mr. Bachchan is getting sued is more than rupees 5 lakhs, the case shall be heard by the Court of Civil Judge Senior Division. Now what if Amitabh is suing Mr. Bachchan for a sum below rupees 5 lakhs? Then in this case the suit shall lie before the Court of Civil Judge Junior Division. But what will happen if Amitabh is suing Mr. Bachchan right in the city of Mumbai or Bombay itself? Let us find out. Here, if the suit value or claim is below rupees 1 crore, it will be tried by the city civil court. Whereas, if the same is above rupees 1 crore, it shall be heard directly by the Honorable Bombay High Court. Hey, wait, but isn't the High Court is an appellate court? How come it could become the court of first instance? Well, the answer is because the Bombay High Court enjoys original jurisdiction. Such original jurisdiction is also enjoyed by other two high courts, and these high courts are called as chartered courts. So basically, there are three chartered courts: Bombay, Calcutta and Madras High Court. All these courts enjoy original site jurisdiction. It means that any suit depending upon a particular pecuniary limit, that is when the suit value exceeds rupees 1 crore, it will be directly brought before these courts as the court of first instance. Later on, the High Court of Delhi as well as the High Court of Himachal Pradesh joined this list and started enjoying original site jurisdiction. That is, they also have become the courts of first instance depending upon a certain value, that is pecuniary value of the suit. The last category is subject matter jurisdiction. It is the authority of the court to hear cases related to a particular type or particular subject matter. Whether the particular court in question has the jurisdiction to deal with the subject matter in question, let us find out. Let us say Amitabh wants to sue Mr. Bachchan for a certain claim of the recovery of money. However, this time the dispute is arising out of a contract between them having an arbitration clause. Then in this case, Amitabh cannot sue Mr. Bachchan in the civil court. Instead, Amitabh necessarily will have to refer the matter to arbitration. Let's take one more example. In case of default of corporate debt, Amitabh, being the corporate creditor, will have to petition the NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal, for initiating insolvency proceedings against the corporate debtor and not before any civil court. So friends, we decoded the complex concept of jurisdiction in flat 5 minutes. And how? It is, yes, jurisdiction is the power of the court to decide the matter brought before it by the plaintiff. Now, if you are playing defendant, don't forget the slide what we watched in our first episode, the slide of the meeting the opportunity halfway. Remember our first episode of Sholay? Time to apply that mantra. As the defendant, you must politely question the jurisdiction of the court when you see the opportunity. And the court, if convinced, is going to ask the plaintiff, what are you doing in my court? This is how you will apply the law of jurisdiction, right?
Hope you enjoyed decoding the complex question of jurisdiction of trial courts on civil side. Well, in our upcoming episodes, we'll be discussing in detail various kinds of jurisdiction of the Honorable Apex Court as well as High Courts. So guys, stay tuned, keep watching, and yes, please don't forget to hit the subscribe as well as notification button here. Well, this channel is for you lawyers. So we welcome your comments. So we also request you to post your comments right here. Thank you so very much once again. See you. Bye-bye. Mudra TV. Enjoy.